Hi boys and girls, it is April 14th. Today I will be going over Snazzy Science for this week, and we will be discussing the life cycle of a bean plant. So this lesson we will be talking about the different vocabulary, the different stages that we see during a life cycle of a bean plant, as well as many other plants as well. I will be reading a very short story to you, which will talk about how a seed transforms into a plant. Then I will just give you an update on my own plant that I planted with you all a couple weeks ago, or however many weeks ago. The days are all just kind of mushing together, so when we did that together, I planted mine as well. So I'm just going to jump right into this. For a life cycle, you may be curious as to what a life cycle is. Well, I will show you. A life cycle shows how a living thing grows, lives, and dies. So we are all living things. Plants, animals, us, we are living things. And we are just going to be focusing today on a bean plant, but some other living things that have a life cycle. Butterflies, frogs, sunflowers, just to name a few. They have a life cycle. They go through stages as well throughout their life cycle. And a stage is a major milestone or change that occurs in a living thing. So sometimes we can tell by an appearance that, oh, they went through a different stage. So we can kind of see that and we're able to track it. You all have probably noticed some of the different stages that your seeds have went through this week as well. So we are seeing our seed change from a seed into a seedling. So it's beginning to sprout out and you're starting to see the stem and the leaf as it's becoming a fully grown plant. So that's really exciting for you all to be able to see that at home. So I would like, if you want to, I would really appreciate it if you would, but drop in the comments below what other living things have a life cycle. I would really like to hear from you all, so that would be really nice if you all could leave an example for me of another living thing that has a life cycle. So as I said before, within a life cycle we have stages, and the first stage in many life cycles for a plant or for a bean plant is we start out as a seed. And a seed is the plant part that can grow into a new plant. And last week was spring break, I'm sorry. So last week we went over the seed and what happens inside of the seed. So we have the seed coat, and this is just a small, very quick review over what is inside of a seed. We have the seed coat that protects what's on the inside of the seed. Then we have the embryo, which holds the roots and the beginning parts of our leaves. And that root will grow down into the ground so we get a strong foundation as it begins to grow up. And then we have some food storage because that seed will make its own food while it's down there in the ground. So as the seed moves to the next stage, as it gets more and more water, warmth, and air, because a seed needs warmth, it needs air, it needs water to grow, okay? So as the seed continues to germinate, so as it continues to grow and everything like that, the seed's roots will grow down. The stem will grow up, and once it breaks through the soil, it becomes a sprout. So some of you may have actually already be seeing signs of a sprout in your bean plant. So you're seeing that very beginning signs of a stem and a leaf as it grows and it shows out of your plant. I would show you my plant, but my plant has yet to sprout, so I'm patiently waiting for that to happen. So from a sprout, it becomes a seedling. And a seedling, oh, you guys can't see that? That's okay. So a seedling is a young plant that has leaves and can make its own food. So now a seedling has more leaves, it's able to stick out more from the ground, and it's making its very own food, so that's a very big step. But it's probably not, as a seedling, it's not developing fruit yet. So from a seedling, it grows into a young adult plant. As the plant continues to grow stronger, its looks will change and will begin to develop into an adult plant. And I'll go into the young adult plant now. And a young adult plant has more leaves than a seedling. It's growing stronger every day as it continues to grow. So then we move into an adult plant. It's a fully grown plant that looks like the plant it came from. It will make its own seeds, and it once it starts that process of making its own seeds, the life cycle will start all over again, because that seed from this fully grown adult plant will be taken someplace else and will grow its own plant. So this life cycle, it just goes over and over again. It's nonstop. It's always happening. And it changes with time. So not really changes with time, but the plant does. So now I will cover seed to plant. This is just a very short read, and it just shows you all in pictures the different stages that happen. I mean, I had pictures up here, but I am no artist, so I tried my best. I figured you all would like to actually see the plants. A seed can grow into a new plant. So it looks like she's planting pumpkin seeds. Some seeds are tiny. So there's some strawberry seeds. Some seeds are very big. And then it has a little fun fact. Seeds come in many sizes and shapes. You put a seed in the ground. So he's putting seeds into the ground. A little plant starts to grow. And here's a fun fact. Most seeds contain food to help the new plant grow. And that's what we talked about in our little seed. Has food storage so it can continue to grow. The plant grows down. The new plant starts to grow roots and leaves. So it's still in that process of a seed, but it's working its way into becoming a sprout because the roots are growing down into the ground, and that's providing a strong foundation so that it can grow and grow out of the soil. The plant grows up. So here he is. He's grown up. He's above the soil now, and there is your sprout. Here's the stem and the leaves, and those will continue to grow bigger. The plant grows and grows. It grows down and it grows up. And here's another fun fact. To grow, most plants need soil, water, air, and sunshine. The plant may make a flower. It's very pretty. Another fun fact, many flowers have smells that attract birds and insects. The flowers make seeds. The flower may make a fruit. The pits and plums, cherries, and peaches are seeds. There's an apple tree. Many fruits have seeds inside. Just like an apple. You can cut up an apple and see seeds inside of it. It's inside of its core. Each seed can grow into a plant. There she is looking at her flower garden. The end. And that is the very end of that sweet little book. And it just kind of showed you all in pictures what the seeds will begin to look like. And it showed you flowers. It showed you how they're planting their seeds. So I wish that my plant had begun to sprout by this point, but it's being a little stubborn. It's not yet came out. It's all right. It's taking its time. I completely understand. Oh, well, you can see it a little bit when I move you can see it right there. Not the best, but I don't really want to touch it. I may touch it just to show you guys, but that's okay. Oh, you can. Wow. Oh, I just put dirt into the floor. My mother's going to not be happy about that. But you can see it right there. It's beginning to sprout up. I'm going to cover that back up because I probably wasn't supposed to do that, but I did, and that's okay. So I'll put that back by the windowsill. So that's great. I'll be able to jot that down into my plant diary that I'm able to see. If I move the dirt, I'm able to see my plant as it's beginning to sprout. So that's wonderful. I'm kind of glad I did that to know that I didn't plant it wrong. I was getting a little worried. So now that we did that, I'll just go over and tell you what I've been writing in my plant diary. I've been doing it just about every day. I've been tracking how much water I give it. I give it about 1 tablespoon per day. And during the day when it's sunny out, and even when it's a cloudy day like today, I sit it out beside my windowsill. I guess I could show you that. It's literally right here. So there's my windowsill, and in the styrofoam cup, there's my plant. So hopefully it will begin to sprout above the soil instead of me digging into it. And you can also see on my windowsill I have a little succulent that I'm trying to grow and take care of as well. So here we go. But if you all need any help at all for the life cycle, I know that this was a very quick rundown of the life cycle of a bean plant, but it's the best that I can do as of right now, but I hope that I'm able to help you all. I do not have any fun activity for you all to do at home this time, but just continue to track your progress of your bean plant. I would love to see the progress that your bean plants are making. I am becoming, during this time, I'm becoming very much a plant lady. I have planted, oh gosh, I think 6 different flowers in my flower bed since all of this has happened. I will send you all pictures through DoJo of my plants so that you all can see the progress that they are making as well. It may not be the bean plant, but some of you all may enjoy the flowers that are beginning to come up in my flower bed. So just if you all need any help at all with the life cycle, I am more than happy to help you. This was just very quick. I gave you the information that you needed. So I'm more than happy to help if you all need any more further explanation. And just continue to be tracking your plant's progress in your plant diary. And I hope that you all continue to be inspired to become little gardeners as you all grow.